We're back with the implication hour.
We're back doing Loki magic,
And-
bro. Do it.
Oh, is that? I wondered
Yeah, we're
what
doing Loki
the
magic, bro.
hand motions were.
Because you
I
know
thought maybe
why?
you were just
Do you
having
know why?
stroke monster.
Because it's the
Why,
Loki implication hour, everybody. Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
baby.
It's the second
Yeah,
last,
baby.
second last
So,
episode.
Yeah, it's the finale next week, isn't it?
Yep, second last episode just came out. I think we're all pretty fresh off of just watching it, and oh
Yeah,
my,
baby.
the implications are pretty crazy so far.
Who knows what the effects that
Yeah.
could be laid down into the future from this?
Hence,
I
we're here
want
to
to talk about
implicate it
one
today.
thing that I seen, bro.
Go on.
When it was panning underground.
Let's start off. Oh, no, bro,
the
I saw
bunker,
it. Please tell me
And
what
you
you
could
saw.
see there was like a.
Oh,
Please tell me what
I
you saw.
rewinded it.
I rewinded
times.
it.
Yeah,
I
I did
rewinded
go
it
check
so
it.
many times to check, bro, because I thought I was tripping and I still not.
I
pretty
wasn't
sure.
checking. I was just showing my lady friend that I was
my
right
God,
because
look.
I turned to her just before the show started and I said, "Frog form."
Yeah, so basically, yeah, so that's the point.
You were right, bro. You was saying.
Yes. Is that actually him? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Oh my
He made the
God, bro.
frog the foregrunt and he was trying to get Mjolnir because that's
Yeah,
like what he
cape
was
on him,
on.
bro.
Yeah, that's the thing we've been taught, bro. Basically, after we saw Alligator Loki, who is a classic Loki, one of the best Lokis of the bunch, most likely, we all said to
He
ourselves,
was a classic.
he was a classic dude, so we were saying at Soop Studios, please for the love of God, pull up Frog or Frog 4, one of the greatest characters in Marvel Comics, and then we saw the scene of Mjolnir dug buried deep underground, and a little frog character trying to get it, so well done everybody, we implicated correctly off the camera. Frog 4 is
course,
here,
bro.
confirmed at long last.
And he's in a
Wait.
jar and he's underground and he'll never be seen again.
So we're there in the void, the dump universe, bro. That's crazy. You saw a little helicopter that said Thanos on it. What was that all about then?
Thanos
You said, there was a
copter
Thanos
there.
copter.
Thanos
beside-
That's why he
They're
escapes in.
dropping
He's
it.
got his own little helicopter.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Thanos in the
Thanos
Thanos in the Vietnam timeline, bro. He got away. He got away from North
Good
Vietnam and he
lord.
got shot down and he got sent away.
That man in Vietnam, he would just cause madness.
Well,
I think he actually escapes Deadpool in
In the
Thanos
Thanos
copter.
copter.
That's
the
what he
Thanos
uses.
copter.
He's running away from Deadpool and he
Oh
jumps in the Thanos
yeah!
copter.
Oh
and,
yeah!
and Deadpool goes,
You're right.
runs
Thanos
away
does
from
pull. Thanos actually pulls up the chopper, bro. I can't believe that was the reference. He actually had a Thanos
The
copter.
Thanos copter is the classic, bro.
That's madness to
That's
me.
why he had the big spinning sword in
That
Endgame
was
as well.
that was the roars.
Thanos copter.
It was the
Yeah,
roars. He
snap
took
that
up.
stuff at the top of
He
something.
repurposed it, bro. Well, I would say like we still obviously are like the whole story thread right now is who's behind the big long game that is the TVA and all that sort of stuff.
Indeed.
And the biggest well, we're not really the biggest inkling that we've got as to who it might be is a guy that we've talked about before and like WandaVision implications and stuff like that. So it seems mostly connected to Alioth, the big cloudman, the big cloud devourer, great devourer, the
Is he
usurper
a
of
thing in the
worlds.
comics? I thought he was
Yeah,
actually
yeah, no, he's a thing. He's pretty much actually
the
pretty
big
much
cloud man.
he's pretty much identical to who he is in the cop, like big cloud and the big maw and stuff. It's pretty much dead on. Pretty much does the exact same thing as he does in the comics. Like I think he breaks off from the boundaries of time or something and just devours all in its path. And
See?
this is the thing that has made me go, who is behind it all? Because we got told that Alioth is the guard dog. Sylvie said he's the guard dog to the big bad at the end. And in the
Yeah.
comics,
Yes.
the man who basically made a big barrier to close away Alioth and prevent him from breaking into his is a man called Kang the Conqueror. Now we have talked about him. We have talked about this man in WandaVision implications. None of that happened, but we already know that he's going to be the main villain in Quantum Mania, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
So he's got to get introduced at some point. He's going to be, like we said, a long game villain. He's going to get teased or brought up again in many, many
I
different
think it
things.
must be time, bro.
And I think
Because there's
Loki
more
is the
thing
time.
that connects into it as well,
Mhm.
bro. It's see the judge woman, I
Yeah.
forget her name.
Aye, I was going to say Miss Minutes, but that's a little
Whatever her
clock.
name-
Yeah.
Whatever her name was in the
There's a-
comics,
yeah.
the girl by that name is like Kang's love interest. I'm
That's
pretty
what I was going to... Renslayer, and isn't it Renslayer?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
is exactly what I was going to bring up as well.
So,
Renslayer
it
is...
probably is gonna happen to him.
I think what is her name's like Madam. It's not Dominatrix, but it's something Atrix. I know that much. Oh yes, Kang's kind of he's kind of
Suffer
a
being, bro.
meow.
See, if there's any way that you're going to introduce a character into into other projects in the Marvel universe. It indeed is a TV show as popular as Loki. That'll then get that buzz for other ones, and it will only further get your audience, because maybe some people wouldn't have watched Loki, maybe some people wouldn't watch WandaVision, but if you're putting these other characters into it and it's piquing people's interest, then just be more eyes on the project.
I said MCU be doing it, bro. They've been dropping these crazy ass names, and then they'd be building up for ages. That's like Thanos, and he got teased for like since 2011, bro. It was his first appearance, and then he
showed up as a big.
He showed up as a big chin,
big purple ball sack chin.
Yes,
that's what
sir.
he was, man.
So it's gonna be like, I think the previous theory that Kang's gonna be the next like long game, few appearances at a time.
Yeah.
Villain. Kang would be the one, because I don't know if we know what year Quantum Mania is meant to be coming out. Probably like 2022. I would have wagered a guess. But if he's going to be the villain, if he's going to be the next 2 years, bro. If he's going to be the villain in that, then it's going to be a little while until we see him again. Because it's going to be, if it is Kang, then it's going to be, he pulls up, he's doing some mad time nonsense, he's in control of the whole thing. Because he is the time man after all, is this whole thing. So it makes sense that he's the one who made up the time variance of 40 to make this this big shroud that as if the time's being controlled, that it's all neat and tidy. Whereas, as a matter of fact, it's being conquered by Kang the Conqueror.
I think it probably would be him, bro, to be real. Because it's like, even one of the big wooden statues things in one of the timekeepers kind of look like
the big helmet thing.
Yeah, the big helmet guy.
They all had his clothes on and all that. They had like the classic sorcerer's robes on. All the time.
Weird pointy.
Apparently in this episode there was in the background Stark Tower.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Tony Stark sells it to King Enterprises, and in the show it didn't say Stark on it; it said King on it apparently.
Right.
Can you imagine what King is the front for? Can you imagine what
it's all
the twist
being
is?
teased, bro. Like,
twist.
Oh yeah, it's Ravonna the Terminatrix, by the way. That's
of course. That's actually kind of worse than Dominator.
Kind of
Terminating
people, bro.
Yeah. And
or a little pointy stick.
So
I've seen a theory as well that was apparently in that one scene in Ant-Man when he goes into the microverse or whatever.
Yeah.
You can see like there's like a bubble in it and there's like a city in there. And I've seen people saying that might be the TVA and it's like trapped in the. It's like put it in the microverse.
And
that would tee up more for him coming as already confirmed the villain in Ant-Man.
Yeah, because he'll be tied in a Quantum Mania. And then there's like the other
the microverse.
A lot, like you even got like the Quantumverse outfits and stuff, like that big helmet and that's pretty much the exact way they get up that Kang wears as well. He's got the little helmet. It's pretty much the exact same shape even, so it makes you kind of
eking it. And twisting
it's gonna
so
get eked out, man. I think Loki's gonna be the beginning of this.
They showed the big house, innit?
Yeah.
They showed the smoke creature unveil the path to the big house.
Yeah, the house at the end of the universe.
In there?
He probably will be, yeah. He'll probably be building out, man. Like I said,
gonna show him in this. He's gonna be like the big brother.
Ooh, that's the thing. I feel like we're saying the running theory right now is he's gonna be the big bad long thread villain for a long time. And if Loki's gonna be the first time that guy like Kang is gonna get introduced, I feel like it'll either be because it's gonna be the finale, so it's gonna be a long episode still. Gonna be like plus 45 minutes easy. So they're gonna have a lot of stuff to fill in the time. So I don't know if it'll be either Kang pulls up to do the evil villain monologue and then escapes, or maybe he up sticks already because he knew the Lokis were coming, because he sees all the timelines and what's gonna pan out in the end.
I really don't think they're gonna show. I think it's just gonna be another Loki in there, bro, and then he might even know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Kang, he might not know, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too thin to just show him.
I think so too. Because Batman.
I was actually about to say, see if the episode is about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. I don't think it's going to be an hour anymore.
Nah, I don't think so.
How long would you expect or want, like, for us to get the main villain? If it is Kang, if it's not, like, how much screen time for this villain would you like if it is Kang? Like,
I mean, all of it.
Because
I know I'm
having a feeling it's going to be like a boss bit at the end or something like that. But I'd rather I'd rather get the thinking terror straight from the get-go. Like, get us jumping out of our seats straight away.
Yeah. I mean, I know what I'd like to see, which is just all Kang all the time. But I feel like what they would do, I feel like the next episode is definitely going to focus on Sylvie and Loki, trying to get through this place and try and find whoever the man is. It's going to be just Loki and Sylvie trying to get around this place, trying to find the source, and then the other half is going to be Mobius back at the TVA, and it's just because he says he's going to burn the place to the ground, bro. So I think the sole focus is going to honestly be the dissolution of the TVA, honestly. And then
I really don't think there'll even be like a. I think probably Terminatrix. She'll be the bad guy.
Yeah, I think Terminatrix may actually turn out to be. She'll pull up in the Garms, bro, and then she'll be like,
yeah.
Because I don't know if it feels like she knows more than she's letting on. I don't know.
She does.
I think she does. She's the top.
She's
the tippy top of the She's the tippy top of the TVA, and then
she's the queen on this chessboard of all this.
She's had the most direct contact with the timekeeper, fake men, and all that sort of stuff. So I do definitely feel like she's gonna be involved in some.
And also, I think they're going in some sort of direction because it's like it can have the same kind of connection to WandaVision. It was like the main villain at the end was Agnes, and then she was out from the start, and Loki became the main villain over time.
Yeah.
So I think because obviously she was in it at the start, she was a judge on his case in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
So if she then is the one of the main boss villains, then there can be a similarity, which is kind of good.
We're talking about Young Avengers on Disney Plus, which is Disney stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently that's a thing that's going to be happening.
Right.
Apparently that's one of her plans.
Well, that was one of the we were saying, bro. Another Avengers team is definitely going to be pulling up. So.
Young Loki dipped.
Young Loki dipped. Crocodile. Gator Loki dipped.
So that he could be in a show with his alligator friend.
Hey man.
Surely
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I want to see more Gator Loki.
He was an okay actor.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. I love the Lokis.
Talking about the alligator, of course.
Yeah, of course. Like there was no doubt about it.
President Loki, brave. That's there for 2 minutes. He got done dirty.
That scene was amazing.
In the ads.
The Royal Loki Rumble.
Put him in the ads, bro. It's the Marvel classic.
The Loki Rumble was amazing, and that's like another thing to think about as well. The sheer implications of there being so many. We already know that there's like multiverse and there's like alternate versions of everybody, and they've been building up to this since like Far From Home, which also turned out to be bogus. But they've been building up towards the whole multiverse thing for ages. And Loki's probably been the biggest dip into that whole concept of all the Lokis and stuff pulling up and fighting each other and that will probably lead into the rumours going about other films like No Way Home and stuff like that. I think that all the Lokis is giving us the implication that yes, this is all out there and we'll be seeing more of other men like everyone's thinking might happen in films like No Way Home with Garfield and Maguire pulling up.
Yeah, it just begs the question: how many versions?
Yep.
How many different realities? How many more
times?
Timelines is there?
How many more times are we going to see that? How many more times are we going to see it?
Is there more Thanoses? Is there more in all these dudes?
There is, but we saw Thanos chopper, bro. Very
epic.
I'm
really trying to think of what could happen in the finale, but I truly have no.
The TVA is going to get dissolved. It's going to get absolutely wiped out. I think we can say that for sure. Will Wilson's going to wreck some shit, man.
I don't know if like any big character reveals are gonna.
I don't know if it's gonna be a big character reveal.
I feel like this is the thing that happens every time. There's always my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing ends up happening.
But boys, if it does get destroyed and it all gets synced up, will someone at least retrieve the Infinity Paperweights?
That's true. They're sitting there. They be sitting. Makes you wonder.
They're sitting there for the taking, man. They're sitting there for the taking.
Rendered into stones.
They've been turned into a meme, bro.
Yeah, I think they're just
memes, man.
I don't know. I think they definitely are still doing the thing. I think it's just because they are so cosmically insignificant to the powers of time.
Joe, it is. They might be worthless on that in that set, but see if you take the stones to a different universe or different reality, maybe they'll work in a different environment. Maybe.
Someone will be using them anyway.
It's like classic Infinity Stones lore.
Yeah.
They can only work in their own.
That's their own universe.
Yes.
Can't use DC. Can't use them, bro.
TV's
DC
in
can't use them.
Maybe the TV's in the DC universe.
It's in Prime Earth.
Oh, no, that would be a dark. dark thing. I do not want that.
Well,
That'd be
it's
hilarious.
kind of it's
It's
not.
fu-
We can assume what's going to happen with the TV. It's harder to assume what's going to happen with Loki and Sylvie going into the realm, the last realm at the end of it all. I can only assume. I don't think we're going to see anybody. I think we're just going to hear about somebody. We're going to get the lore
Drop a
lowdown.
teaser, they'll drop a name.
Drop a teaser. They'll drop some lore.
Name drop.
They'll name drop. They'll say this is this man. Look out for him. He'll return. You will see him again. Remember this name? It's Nathaniel Richards. We'll get the first inkling of that, perhaps. You know, because also we got the FF film and stuff going up.
I wonder, bro. I don't. It's like
I
that.
don't think it'll be that
wonder
deep,
if that
but-
has any significance, bro. If it's a comic thing or if it's just some OC
Yeah. Well, like.
house.
Yeah, like I said, Alioth and that are all there, and they're type of Kang, so I can only assume that the house, whatever the house may be, ties back to something. But yeah.
My best guess is
hard
that
to tell.
Renslayer knows what's going on. She's gonna zap herself,
She
or she
become-
already knows some way of getting to the house, and then
She'll have direct
she'll be
access
in there
somewhere,
with
man.
some sort of
Yeah.
power suit, some
She
sort of
might,
time
yeah,
suit.
she might find out. We'll go back to warn Kang maybe, and then she'll be the last line of defense
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. No, that could be it.
Just
Because
go
like
back in time.
it could just be easy that she has direct access, so she becomes the
Limey, bro.
and then she pulls up and goes, "I am the Terminatrix."
It could, I mean, I don't know. Marvel have the classic thing of the villain is tied to the hero in some way, so
Oh.
there's a good chance they'll open that door and it'll just be Omega Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you now, it seems like Kang's whole thing is tied in pretty close to the TVA and Alioth's realm and all that sort of stuff. But there's another place. Apparently, it could be. There's a place called the Congress of Realities, bro. That could even be what that is, which is like we're just
Good
Okay.
grief.
the Congress of Realities is literally just everybody from every reality be meeting up on a Zoom meeting, pretty much. So it
Oh,
could even be.
dear.
So like these are the possibilities. They're all like it looks like they're all like continents pretty close to each other. The TVA territory and Kang's place and the dump with where Alioth be blowing out. So there's a whole bunch of possibilities. This is all pretty closely tied to each other in the comics. So it's going to be it's going to be one of these outcomes. I think it's not Kang's place, maybe this Congress place or something like that, or something. We just don't know.
The only way to know is by tuning into the Loki finale in 1 week time,
We will be
That
doing
is
so.
true.
We will
and
be
then
tuning in.
subsequently tuning into Soop Group's video on that finale in
Yes, sir.
over a week's time.
Over a week's time. Keep tuned in for that. Probably we'll be talking about it as soon as the episode drops, like we are right now. Because by God, here's a final thing that just made
you
my
can turn
brain
into-
click a little bit. I just read, right? So there could also be this, right? The final thing. So it turns out that Kang the Conqueror is basically just Rick Sanchez because he's got his own council of Kangs as well. So it might not be the Kang the Conqueror we're seeing,
Wow.
but we may see the council, bruh.
Gonna be alligator.
There's a
Kang,
bunch.
man.
It could be Alligator Kang, bro. It could be Frog Conqueror, bro. It could be
Dear God.
like these are all the things, like, because this is the absolute madness of this whole thing that Loki's diving into with the TVA and stuff, all this stuff going on.
Multiverses colliding, bro.
There's the end goal, the end destination could be any of these places. The Congress, the Council, Kang himself. Who knows? Wait and see.
We're
next
just
week,
gonna.
everybody.
We're also gonna cover our backs and say it could not be Kang.
Could also just not be anybody.
Could be literally nothing, bro.
Could just be a
And
house.
that we've implicated
Yeah.
every possible ending.
Yes.
We're
yeah.
saying it could be
well,
this, but
No,
also
but
might
any
not be
other,
this.
Any other predictions or 10 bits to say? Well then.
I
that's
thought
it.
I thought through the portal was a lighthouse, and I know that there's been a few lighthouses in Marvel, so I'm waiting to see if there's a lighthouse for the portal. Just
It's just
because
like a regular house to me, bro.
just like a regular lighthouse, bro.
I saw the tower that you're talking about, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to walk through and it's going to be some sort of lighthouse, and he's going to go, oh, it's a guiding light in time or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Some
That'd be
weird stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that. No one's going to mention anything, but if it's a lighthouse, I'll go, oh, I implicated that.
cool. It's on video, bro. We got it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's-
yeah, I
it's-
think that's it.
it's evidence. All evidence.
I think that's it for the Soop Group's Loki implication hour.
Yep.
Once
We'll
again,
get back with the theories, bro.
hit us
Stay
back with
tuned
your
for
own
another
theories.
one next week
Yep.
for the finale.
Stay tuned. Hit us up with
And
your
other
theories.
such content.
We'll tell you if we were right or we were wrong next week, most likely. So stay tuned for that. More implications coming, my friends. Goodbye. We're gonna do the Marvel thing again.
King subscribe, bro.
I'm gonna do instead of the Marvel thing. I'm gonna go.
Like, hit the bell, subscribe to get those notifications anytime we upload.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for watching Soop Group, everyone. Have a nice day.
That's gonna be our outro from now on. Have a nice day.
Soop.